Today is African Landing Day in the city of Hampton, proclaimed by our city council. But today is African Landing Day all over the world because Africa has found out the true heritage of their first ancestors. Those first Africans arrived here at present-day Fort Monroe, which in 1619 was called Point Comfort. John Ross, who was the Secretary of the Virginia colony, wrote in a letter back to England that during the latter part of August, a ship arrived here carrying 20 and odd niggers. But the people at Jamestown took that letter and they edited it. And for 300 years, that passage that had been edited and rewritten by Jamestown became fact. When I started this journey 30 years ago, there was a lot of people who doubted me. They said, it can't be true. The Africans landed at Jamestown. I talked to the people at Jamestown and I said, look, here's the documentation. They landed at Point Comfort. And they said, well, you need to go out and prove it. So I went on a journey to go out and prove to the people here in Hampton and the people around the world that the Jamestown story was a myth. I went back to Jamestown with the research from Engel Sluter. He went through the Spanish archives and he discovered the actual ship that left Angola and being captured by pirates on the high seas and finally being brought to Point Comfort here in Hampton, Virginia as enslaved Africans. And they said, well, we don't agree to the research. In 2011, President Barack Obama declared Fort Monroe a national monument. I then called Jamestown and said, then what do you think now?
As we move forward, we want to make Fort Monroe, and we're very excited to make Fort Monroe a national park. That's what President Obama has directed us to do, so we're going to take our marching orders and do the very best job we can. Thank you.
In 2015 at African Landing Day, we rededicated the first African landing marker at Fort Monroe. In conjunction with Hampton redoing their sign, we also had the marker at Jamestown removed. So we have all that documentation, and it's difficult now for anybody to dispute our information. We're glad that over the past 10 years, new books have come out that ratifies and confirms what we've been telling people for 30 years. And now I think it's recognized around the world that Point Comfort is the landing site of those first Africans in 1619.
And while we may all come to this place again, this moment will never repeat. And as we are here, first and foremost, to pay homage to our ancestors, remembering the Ashanti principle of Sankofa, we have to know where we've come from to know where we're going.
Our history is a history that cannot be traced in many instances. But in this case, because of the documentation, we can tell you Isabel and Anthony, the first Africans in English North America, became servants in the household of Captain William Tucker. Point Comfort is where the first child of African descent was born in English North America. We can tell you that they were later freed. And we also can tell you that all of the Africans who arrived in 1619, they were not indentured for life. They were indentured initially. Some of them gained their freedom. Some of those Africans were able to buy their family. Some of those Africans were able to marry white women and Indian women. They were able to buy land. So the story about the first Africans is a story that still has not been told. And the purpose of Project 1619 is for us to go out there and keep telling the story of those first ancestors so we will know the history of those people. If I could go back and meet Isabel and Anthony, I would thank them for their sacrifices that they made, although they were captured and brought to English North America against their will and in chains. They set an example for future generations to follow. They proved to the world that they were not an indigent, poor people coming from Africa. The captives that were being brought in from Africa were princesses and princes. They were royalty, people who had never been subject to servitude. So it was a struggle for the first Africans to just make it in America. I would encourage all people to research your history, to learn about who you are and where you've come from, and you'll probably uncover a lot of information that you did not know.
In gratitude, love, and light, we offer these gifts to our foreparents, our mothers and our fathers from Angola. Ashe. Ashe.
This is our sacred ground. This is our honored ground. And we invite people to come to Fort Monroe and feel that spirit of those first Africans who arrived here in 1619 as indentured servants.